Hey everybody, it's me Bree VV Games and we're back again with Doubts. All right. All right. I feel like the music was really loud, but we're back again with the game Doubts to see if we can get the other endings of the game. Um so yeah, we're going to see if there are multiple. I know that there's multiple endings, but well, I know that there's one other ending. I don't know if there's like multiple as in like three, four, five, six, seven. So we're going to get into that. We're just going to play through. Hopefully you have seen the other gameplay. If you haven't, then I will definitely um, link it or put a pop-up somewhere throughout the video somewhere. Um, but yeah, we're just going to get through this and try to get to the other ending that I know is in this game. So yeah, because there was an option to pressure the fiance instead of just like giving in and being like, okay, whatever. So we're going to go that route. Joseph, he's gone. Yeah, he left, and it's been like a while. Um, at least he left me a flower. Yeah, that's kind of sad. One flower. Where's he disappearing to all the time? And that's another thing. I guess with playing this, we can, you know, pay attention to other things that she been saying, because she definitely said like his bed is cold and he's been gone for a while. And it's like, okay, well, where did he go to? But paying attention now, it's like, where's he disappearing to all the time? So it's like, okay, he's done this before. Like, this is what he does all the time. And it's just like, it's kind of sad. I'm gonna have to wait until he comes back. I'll be completely lost in the city by myself. And that's something, that's a risk that I would take. I'm not about to just sit around, especially after the things that we found, which I guess, well, which is what, not I guess, but I know that we're gonna get into because we got to get to that ending. That other ending. I just think, I mean, he can't expect me to sit and wait for him like a lapdog. I'll just look around respectfully. Um, okay, so this is where we, you know, card decks. We found the code because he had a lock on his suitcase, which was crazy because that doesn't even make sense. Like, we're supposed to be together and we're trusting each other, but you have a suitcase with a like a bar lock, like a lock pad. Like he doesn't have like, again, also this is like older times. So there was no, or not at least that I've known, that people like older generations talking about like lock your suitcase unless you was doing something criminal, which I feel like he is, because I think it's the 50s or the 20s. I think it's the 20s. It's this because he said 1926, not 1956. And he had like a lock on his suitcase. So we're gonna get the cards because it has the code 2489. Only four. The rest of the deck is missing. Is he a gambler? That's another thing. He left it in his suitcase. I still don't get why he would do that though. And we also found out that in these letters right here on the chest, like on the thing by the door, I think we're gonna read through the letters because I know one of them is her friend. Yeah, Margot. This is when we went to the jazz club. We snuck out. She was cute. Okay, her. But it's a letter though. It's another letter. And I was like, huh, that doesn't even make sense. Like, it's just too many red flags because he got a lock on his suitcase, and then he kept talking about buying new shoes. But let me just Let's just get into the suitcase so that y'all can see. This is her suitcase, automatically open. And another red flag, she had to buy herself like this ring that y'all looking at. She bought that for herself as a just in case because she can't trust that he's actually going to keep his word or that he actually is, stable like he says or like he's financially well like he says or like he's promoting to her. Um I think these are the newspaper clippings that inspired her to keep, I guess, be the woman that she is. Okay, her diary. Yeah, it is embarrassing because that's kind of crazy. Um, I want to get to his suitcase, which is where was it? Oh, right here in the corner by the chair in the on the bottom left. It's locked. Yeah, it's like a padlock. What is it? 2489. 24. Oh, look at me. Not even 2489. Okay. Okay. So, um, I'm being nosy out looking outside, but the shoe case right here, he kept saying, "Oh, I need to get new shoes. I need to get new shoes." And it's like, okay, well, we looked into his suitcase, we see a new shoe bag. But when we look into the shoe bag, she just says, "Oh, it seems full, like it's heavy." And then when we pick it up or we go through it, he doesn't have no shoes in it. He don't got no shoes in there. This is what's in the bag. And this is also why I was like, okay, let's not pressure him because we wasn't allowed to take this when we not allowed to take anything out because we don't seem suspicious. So that's why I'm like, okay, well, this is his bag, so he can access his own bag at any time. If we keep pressuring him, what's gonna happen? But it's like, I don't know. We gonna see. These are decks of cards, and this is where we found out that he has multiple passports with different names. Um, yeah, and they are all his, and he keeps a collection of them. And yeah, we're gonna get out of here though, cause we did see it, like, you know. But it's a letter. Um, and then there was the door right here, is the bathroom door. So we're gonna go through there. Hopefully, it allows us to want to leave because I think we have to check everything first. Read through the letters because I want to try to get the other ending. I think that was her parents' house or like the backyard or like something like that. This is the letter. This is another thing I kept saying was something so wrong because he wrote her a letter or so called himself writing her a letter, but it ended up being a passage or like a poem from a woman author of a book, like her collection of poems or stories or something like that. And he took it from that. And the reason that she found out is because her friend Margot was like, "This is from Madeline or whatever her name was." Yeah, yeah, Marie Madeline, and yeah, so we're gonna let that go. Um, oh yeah, these were her attempts to try to tell her family that she's in love, but that she never sent them. Um, hopefully y'all don't hear all that background noise, but yeah, she she I feel like she didn't send these letters because of she knows that she's living a facade. Like she knows that this is like some Bonnie and Clyde type stuff. This man just manipulated her to go along for the ride, and they're going to live a happy life, but he's on his own agenda. And she's thinking like, okay, maybe it's just taking some time, but whole time he's just straggling her along so that he doesn't be alone when he's doing whatever he's doing, and or to promote a certain image while he's doing whatever he's doing, because he might not care about being alone, obviously, because he's leaving her multiple times. This is letter 5 out of 6. This is when they went to somebody else's wedding. Oh yeah, this is the wedding of a op. Um, that her friend Margot is like in between them. Like she don't like the girl, Edith. She don't like Edith. But Margot is friends with both of them, but they don't like each other. And then we found out that her the man that she Joseph, the man that she is uh gonna get married to wanted to be with Margot. So it just seemed like maybe Margot is trying to play the peacemaker because Margot, I guess, found out, or she told Margot like, "Oh, he's not looking at me, he's looking at you." And Margot was like, "No, just go for it, you never know." And so Margot kept telling her like, "Just go for it." Oh, it's not gonna let me. Mm, mm, mm. Let's go in the bathroom. But Margot was like, "Go for it, I'll even help you." And she cut her hair and everything, and she um helped her get all dressed up to go out with this man that didn't care about her, and then was looking in her direction but at her friend. Her friend wasn't interested. Margot wasn't interested, and told her just like, you never know, just go for it. I, I feel like that was a red flag on everybody's part, because if somebody's not looking in your direction, and then all of a sudden they start looking in your direction when your friends around, or when your siblings around, your sisters around, your aunt or your cousin, your best friend, don't matter, just to leave it alone, because they don't see nothing, you know. There was something in here, right? Find a key. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. We gotta look in the we gotta go back out there. um we looked in the drain. She said it had a funny smell. um okay. Oh, we can leave. Why was I thinking like, anyways? But this is the single rose that he left her. It's a note tied to it, like a rose amongst thorns, so is my darling amongst maidens. And that was another red flag, because I mean, like, what? What do you mean? Oh, we got to get the key for the thing, cause yeah, it's behind the picture, that small frame on the wall to the left by the spider web. Um, and then we're gonna go back in the bathroom because we found a big load of money. Um, but yeah, telling somebody like, "Oh, you're a rose amongst thorns." It's I'm just like, what? Like that's like telling a woman like, "Oh yeah, you the one I chose out of all these hoes," but it's not like these hoes not going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like that's not a charming thing to say to a woman. That's not a charming thing to say to somebody that you love. Period. Regardless of gender, like it's like I chose you out of all of them, and it's like you make it seem like you can go back to them. You make it seem like you really like you acting like you want to be still single. So yeah, um, these are her clothes and shoes under the bed. The clock is broke. Um, we about to roll out. We about to roll up out of here. And I think the spider web, she said she was scared of bugs or something because it allowed us to click on the spider web. Um, leave. We didn't say enough. We're gonna try to ask him about everything because it allowed us to. But we're gonna pressure him though because that's what the final thing was. Like you pressure him or give in and just let it go and stay. Be a submissive conservative woman. Um, you just showed up and you've been gone for quite some time. Where were you? And this is another thing. Like he kept saying like basically he wasn't answering her. He kept telling her let it go because you don't need to be worried as long as I'm coming back home to you. That's kind of dumb. And leave at random for X amount of time. Like no. I'm not gonna apologize. I'm gonna insist because you disappear all the time. Where did you go? Why were you gone for so long? And what did you do? We talked about this. If it's important, I'll tell you. But it's important because you leaving and you're not saying nothing. Normally, if somebody leave the house, it's like, okay, I'm about to go out with my friends, or I'm about to go out to the store, or I'm about to go get some food, you know? Or hell, them damn shoes that he said he was going to go get, and then we found a new shoe bag, but it wasn't a shoe in there. It was not near shoe in there, not shoestring. Back down, no stand your ground. Something isn't right here. Um, you being silly. Doesn't Ask about the passports. Why do you have multiple passports? Because I think we asked about the money the last time, and he was like, "Oh, really?" And it's like, okay, no, don't tell him about the money. If it's not gonna let us move forward until we ask about the money, then we'll ask about it last. But don't ask about the money. If it's gonna let us not ask about it, then let's not ask about it. Because we told him about the money, and he was like, "Oh, really now? Like, how much was it?" And then was like, "Oh no, I'm just kidding." Yeah, no, I'm good. So we're gonna ask about them passports. We're not gonna ask about the gun. We're gonna ask about the passports. They were both in the suitcase, but whatever. I found multiple passports, all different numbers and names. What do you need them for? I'm holding them for my acquaintances. Who the fuck is that? They don't even mean. They don't, what does that even mean? Do we believe him or accuse him of lying? I'm good on that because that don't even make sense. And then they didn't have like none of them had pictures on them. Like they all had different names, and the only thing that had a picture was his business card with the name Joseph, which is what we know him by. But who knows him by all them other names and identities? And then he got multiple packs of cards, and then he took the cards that was with us, and the rest of them was in his suitcase. And it's like, well, what the hell you need different packs of cards for? It's like, okay, do you like the cards or are you gambling? Are you showing different women different cards or some shit like that? Because we only knew about the one that he left in the thing, I think. Because he left him out the one that was in a drawer and we got the code. How the hell am I annoying? I made them. Happy? I forged passports. It's a side business. That's all the fuck you had to say. Okay. There's a photo of you inside of each one. Oh, there is a photo of him. Damn. Okay. As a sample. Why didn't you tell me that you was doing this kind of stuff? I knew you were going to freak out. And as what? And I was right evidently. Oh, evidently. But like, girl, Miss Ma'am, you should have just said that. Shit. Like you could have just said that. Like what? You literally could have just said that. Like who wouldn't freak out about that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like what? Like that's some weird shit. But it's not something that you could not be honest about if you just say the fuck what it is. And then she don't even know where the fuck she at. Are you doing this shit here? Whatever. We'll talk later. Let's just go already. Leave Joseph. Go with Joseph. Leave Joseph. I'm not going with you. What? All of this was a mistake. Gerda. Is her name Gerda or Gerda? 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 I'm going to pack my bags. Oh my God. It's Margot. I called Margot. It wasn't the first, it was not the first thing I did. I packed my bags, ate a sandwich, stood in the hotel lobby for hours, stared at my feet, at those new shoes Joseph bought me days ago, wondering if I should get rid of them. But he said he was going to buy himself some shoes and kept leaving out by himself and talking about they were supposed to go together. Also, he was supposed to propose to her and she ended up buying her own engagement ring. So thank fucking goodness that that didn't happen and she could go return the ring. Hopefully. I don't know what the exchange or return policies was in the 20s. Wonder how he got them. Maybe a pawn shop? I don't know. I'll probably never know. Then I called Margot. It was nice. I missed her. She offered to let me stay with her for a while, but for what I'm going to have, but for that, I'm going to have to find a way to leave Berlin on my own. Maybe that'll take a while. I don't know. I've never been all on my own before. I'll be okay though. I will. All right. So we got that ending. That's the ending that I kind of wanted. Like I wanted an option to leave him. So we did end up getting that ending. Um, maybe we'll come back and do like ask him about the gun, but I feel like I got the ending that I really wanted. So, you know, we gonna leave his ass in the dust. Um, this is the demo, so hopefully they do create, a full game and we can navigate how to leave Berlin for however long it takes. Because she said well, obviously we don't know where we at. We know we're in Berlin. We don't know where specifically. Because Joseph said that he knows people here and he's gonna find out how to do this and get this and they're gonna move into a house and live a big happy life. Um, so this is just a demo and it was pretty cool. But hopefully we'll, eventually play the full game if they do decide to go forward with it. Um, but if y'all like it, y'all can go ahead and play it and see how y'all, how would you go about it or would you have left or would you have asked about the gun? Um, yeah. So I think that this is it. For me playing doubts, maybe I'll come back to it. Maybe, maybe when it's a full game or when they add more to the game or update the game. But I'm gonna let y'all go. Enjoy the rest of your day. And make today a great day. Do good things. Do great things. And don't forget to always be yourself. And with that, peace.